Leeds, a city with a history of thriving dance music and pop-up event spaces. From squatting to house parties, this city has done it all. But with the closure of mainstream clubs, Church, Canal Mills and Mint Club, the crowds of the Leeds dance music scene put hope into the rise of the DIY events and spaces in this predominantly student-based city to keep their hunger for music alive.
Yeah, so I wrote an article about 6 months ago about DIY venues in Leeds, and that kind of came from, well, my own involvement in music, kind of DJing and stuff, and then also just not really that bothered by places like Canal Mills closing and that kind of thing. Like, it just didn't really, because I just felt that what made Leeds special was the DIY.
And I think one of the reasons there's such a DJ culture in Leeds, or such a culture of DJing, or sort of like creating nights or DIY DJ culture, is because you've got the spaces to do it in the student areas. So like, it's all student housing. It's very easy to put on a party without causing too much upset or getting too many noise complaints. And I think one of the atmosphere that was created where the police didn't interfere was due to the fact that there was in about 2006, there was a big house party on the Hessels, like a back-to-back house party on the Hessels, so across the middle of the back street, 2 houses, and the police cornered off the street and sent dogs in, and the dogs attacked students.
But that guy there, film him. That is the very dog and the handler. And I went, and he turned round. I was like, piece of shit. It's like, no, that's not me. You see, look at that. I was walking home and I literally just walked past it and was just like, what the fuck's going on here? It's totally kicking off. And then like, the guy that I'm talking about, the police dog handler, basically I was in the squat, which is near near Sheaf Street. It's an old pub called the Crown Hotel. Still there, still empty. And yeah, basically the police raided that, decided it was like a crack den or something, even though we were just sitting down to have some dal together. Kicked the door down, came in with dogs, and I got a big chunk bitten out of my leg. There. You can't see it. I'm still proud of that. It's like 10 years ago though. It's still there.
This resulted in the university suing West Yorkshire Police, and then the ongoing court case that lasted just meant that the police were very hands-offish with us, so they would turn up and just tell us to go inside if we were making too much noise. They wouldn't really interfere or intervene, which was great because it just meant we could have ridiculous house parties that probably breached a lot of fire regs.
Leeds definitely has a very unique house party thing, which, I think is also related to, the student culture, because, a lot of students live in Hyde Park where, they're all in a very concentrated area to begin with, and then, a lot of the houses aren't like, the most... I don't know many students that took pride in their house in Hyde Park, so, it wasn't really that big a deal for them. And it also kind of means that it's a way of engaging in music that is kind of outside of that kind of money-centered bubble. People just doing it because they really enjoy it.
The chance came to move to a venue called Church nightclub, which is a huge 2,000 capacity venue. They didn't have a single clue of what the actual music scene was like. It was literally a money maker. And now it has shut, and I genuinely believed when I started working there it was going to be like the biggest club in, Europe.
I love you a lot. Thank you so much. Honestly, thank you.
As soon as money becomes the main object or the main goal, you start to make bad decisions on what a good party is. Mm-hmm. You cut corners, you book expensive acts to raise ticket prices, which brings in the wrong people, and as soon as cash becomes the main goal, you lose sight of everything else, really.